Hey, I'm back again. All right, so now this is the third video in the series. Now, a lot of the videos that he did that were extremely detailed on everything, like he talked about in the first video that he would make, more detailed explaining all these things. I don't have them. They got lost. I don't know. They just didn't. I didn't end up she didn't give me those ones. They just disappeared. So anyhow, this is basically saying goodbye and some instructions. Okay. And so, yeah, we're at the point of culmination now instead of getting ready to, but anyway, so just watch them because it's going to give us some answers. It's going to give us some information about maybe who this Des person is on like the caliber of what this person is. I really don't. He's completely legit. I can tell literally the first time I listened to him speak with the authority that he spoke with. Dude, you guys, we need to really listen to this guy and we need to heed what he's going to ask us to do. I'm dead serious. Heed what he is asking us to do. Okay, I will see ya later. Starting my regular daily shows. See ya. Have a fantastic day. Blessings, everybody.
Okay, this is going to be kind of the hard part of the videos, because I kind of need to say what I got to say to people before I kind of disappear. So, first off, Eva, I hope that everybody understands that since Eva and I's life has been pretty much an open book to the public, that I kind of want to say goodbye to her in a private way. And I've got some stuff to tell her that I don't necessarily want anybody to hear. So, everybody understand that Eva has been put through a lot. Certainly I haven't helped any, because I've been very secretive about a lot of things that I couldn't talk about. My group of people were extremely angry when I brought Eva into all this, but that has changed considerably. And they have a lot of respect for what she did, and never thought that anybody in their right mind would do what she did. It was really cool getting face-to-face visits 4 days a week while I was in CTech. It was great to have an advocate out there that was, doing everything that she could to help. The public law, the stuff that she came up with at my sentencing, it really, really threw everybody for a loop in the judicial system. And, it was that last little oomph that we needed right there at the end, right before Snowden got clear. And for all of her negatives, she did pull off something that nobody in my world would disagree was completely amazing, and she's amazing for doing that. Maybe if circumstances were different, she might be coming with me, but Garnet, there's no way of getting around that, and she has to get Garnet taken care of and out into the world and on his own before anything could ever happen, and maybe even still, I don't know. But I guess I can say for everybody that, everybody thinks she's a pretty cool lady, and really, really went above and beyond anything anybody ever expected, and if she did some crazy stuff and said some crazy things and freaked out on people, try to forgive her. She's been through a lot, and nobody really knows what she's been through except for me and my group. So, be gentle. Be gentle with her. Be gentle with each other. Hell, take care of each other. This is a step in the right direction, and everybody just needs to understand that, we're getting to the time where we're really going to need to pull out the forgiveness part of ourselves, because a lot of people are going to need forgiveness, and you're going to hear some pretty horrible things about some people that are, for the most part, admired and well liked. And we're going to have to get past that. This whole mass arrest thing and putting everybody in jail, and it's just never going to happen. It's impossible. So we've got to figure out a better way to handle criminals than throwing them in jail, because we can't afford it. And right now in the US, it's out of control. And that's part of the corporate cabal industry that it's going to get shut down. Private prisons? You want to make a profit? You don't do it through corrections. And we are going to take the contract work out of federal, state, and local prisons, so the brother-in-law effect doesn't happen, and major contracts are getting awarded, and city, state, and federal money is being spent to benefit, somebody indirectly, but they're still getting the spiffs out of it. And no more putting the burden of prisons on the prisoner's family and friends. Okay, so I'm going to do a personal message for Eva, and I hope everybody's just going to be cool with that. Next, my sons, Billy, Braden, Cody, Colton. First, Billy. First of all, great ink. Looks good. I guess the hardest thing about all this for me is the parallels that I see between you and me and my dad and me during the same period. I went through a long period where I didn't talk to my dad. I was really angry with him from about 16 to 25, 26, no contact. And then when I needed him most in my life, he wasn't there. And that sucked. And for all these parallels that I see where, you're reacting exactly how I reacted to my dad, now we're getting to the point where I'm going away and I'm going to be unavailable, and I'm just freaked out by the fact that we may be at the point where, pretty soon you may need me for something. I gotta fly in here, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of things, buddy. I'm sorry for Vegas. I'm sorry for Jenlyn. I'm sorry for all of the crap that you've been put through. And I'm just hoping that something that I can do will make it okay for your kids. I know that you're in the Navy. Good job. But really, I need to make sure that when it comes down to it, you aren't going to have to serve in a war that I should have not started. And that's what it comes down to. I'll be out there. I'll be keeping an eye on you. People that will be keeping an eye on you. And I'll pay attention and I'll think about you a lot. And just do better than your old man did, okay, man? Okay. Braden, you're definitely the strongest one out of the bunch. I admire you for acknowledging who you are and being who you are. And being a gay man that dresses like a 50s pinup model and lives in Salt Lake City, Utah, that's the strongest thing I could ever imagine. So you're obviously, tough. And you've been tough your whole life. And even though you didn't want to tell me when you came out of the closet, I really knew since you were about 8 years old. And it was kind of funny because being the guy in high school who swore if his son was ever gay, he'd disown him, I matter-of-factly accepted it and was even more proud when you told me about it, and you were just who you are. I'm glad you found somebody, and I'm glad you're happy, and I'm really glad the Supreme Court let you get married. Be strong. See if you can keep an eye on your little brothers. Cole and Cody, they're going to need family. I know Grandma sees them quite a lot, but hey, I wouldn't mind having your influence on their lives. And, you're a really cool brother, so maybe you could help with that. Colton, you are far and away the smartest little kid I've ever known. And I'm going to miss seeing you grow up. Again, I'll be out there. I'll be paying attention. But for the most part, I can't really do anything, and that's hard. So I'm going to give you a couple of things that will help while you're growing up. If you ever need to talk to me, and this goes for everybody, not everybody, my boys. If you need to talk to me, send yourself an email, and in the subject line put "for Dad," and I'll make sure I get those. I can do that. I won't be able to respond, but maybe I can make shit happen. I don't know. Also, there's a Facebook group out there for Bill Brockbrader. And there's a lot of cool people in that group, and I think if you needed to talk to somebody about me and everything that I went through that you didn't get a lot of information about, those would be the people I'd like you to talk to. So seek them out. If you ever need a book, you can ask them. I do know that. If you ever need any help, you can ask them. Braden's close. Holly's close. You know, if you ever need help. Cody, the little rambunctious one. Same for Colton. Just remember that I'm out there. If you ever need to talk to me, you can. And, you know, just realize that what I'm doing, I think it's so important that I'm going to spend the rest of my life from this moment to my death working to make sure that the world that I leave for you and your kids and your kids' kids is going to be a hell of a lot better than the world that is today. And hopefully in 20 years, things will be just infinitely different. But somebody has to do something. And I'm somebody that can do something. I can do a lot. And I've already done a lot. And working with the people that I'm working with, I can do a lot more. And I can do it a lot faster. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry I'm not going to be around. And even though I'm going to watch you guys grow up, it's not the same. And so I'm sorry. But hopefully one day the changes that happen in the world, you can remember how it started and that your old man was just a big part of it. And be okay with everything. Okay. Whew, that was fun. Mom. This doesn't surprise you, I know. And I know you probably think I am batshit crazy. When has that ever been different? I've always been this person. Now I'm just gonna go do it. I hope you're okay. And I'll miss coming to the cabin. Mike, take care, Mom. If you want to know why I had such a big beef about you and working with drones, read Dirty Wars by Jeremy Scahill. Kind of help you understand why I've been against that from the beginning and why we had so much beef about it. I know we were never exactly close, but it's not like it's not like that's what I wanted. And, it just was what it was. Pop in on Cole and Cody if you can. I know Sylvia. Just look after the little guys for me. Thanks. Holly. We spent a lot of time together. We were a hell of a team. And did a lot of crazy, stupid shit. And I just want you to know, I'm super happy for you. I'm glad you found Josh. I'm glad you found somebody that can give you the family that you wanted. Cash, cute little baby. Man, what is it about your karma, though? Dollar bill, cash, bill, cash. Same birthday? I don't know. Something's trying to tell you something. I don't know. But you know, taking care of that little kid, have fun. Libra on the Scorpio cusp, you know how crazy that is. Congratulations on everything. Again, if you ever get any time, and I know that you don't want to do this, but maybe just check up on Cody and Cole, see how they're doing. I know, Sylvia, but it'd mean a lot to me. And, you know, the 7 years that we spent together, figured maybe I could ask. I don't know. Good news. The Civic made it forever. 200,000 plus miles. Put it through hell. And it hung in there. Not allowed to take much with me, but that's one thing that'll make the trip. And just know that, you know, always cared. Still do. Want what's best for you. Knew I wasn't it. So enjoy your family, enjoy the new life, and hopefully by the time Cash is going to college, all the changes that I always talked about wanting to make are made. And I'll be, you know, checking in from time to time and seeing how everything's going. So enjoy. I'm really happy for you, and I'm really glad that we were able to separate in such a way that you found what you were looking for. To all of my Facebook friends and everybody that kind of hung in there after Shipley blasted me with the lying pedophile video, I can't even begin to tell you guys how wonderful it was to get the letters, to get the emails, to get the phone calls, the books, the money, the support, the cheers. It's a big deal that, you know, so many people hung in there even after it all melted down, and that nobody really knew exactly what it was all about until now. So hopefully, I'm giving you guys something that you can hang on a star and say, hey, I remember that this Bill Brockbrader guy got beat up by the Disinfo Society, and, you know, we hung in there, and now we know basically the whole story. And, you know, I hope it's something you get to tell people about and say, hey, you know, I don't worry, because I know that Bill Brockbrader and his friends are out there stomping the guts out of the cabal and making their life just damn miserable. And soon enough, the government is going to be a government for the people, not of the people. And the corporate world will serve its employees and not its shareholders. And, you know, eventually you're going to see it. And shit like half-price gas is going to catch your attention. And you should focus on that and really remember that that's what I'm talking about. That's what's happening. That's what I need you to, you know, blast out over the airwaves. And, you know, open up the Facebook group. If trolls and shills get in, convert them. Bring them in. You know, if they're out of control, block them. But I really want people to come together and know that what's happening, it's really happening. And if anybody wants to come in and scream about what a lying pedophile I am, I get it. They are the people that will be the ones, when all the proof is handed out, will be standing around going, I knew that the whole time. That Bill Brockbrader guy. So it's no big deal. And nobody can doubt that what I was doing was definitely holding the attention of many in the intelligence world. For everybody else, somebody has to do it. In generations past, lots of men and boys went off to war and never came back. This is a different type of war. This is a war that can't be fought with guns and missiles and tanks. This war is fought through intelligence and economics. And the only way to fight it is to live it and become part of it. And unfortunately, the only way I can do that and still protect the people that I care about is to disconnect myself completely, so that there is nobody that they can get to use against me. And I know that everybody understands why that's so important when we live in a society where almost everybody is corruptible, and I've obviously been corruptible in my day, and I'm seeking an atonement for that. So, you know, we gotta see how it plays out. Get out there, do the good work, get involved in this next presidential race, see what you can do. It'd be a big help. And, you know, everything that goes on in the group will probably be popping in from time to time. I will put a disclaimer out there. If anybody comes out and says they're me, it isn't me. That won't happen, ever. So anybody that says they're me and pretending to be me can't be me. If anything, if I talk, it won't be me. It'll be a nameless, faceless person on the internet that nobody knows or cares about. And that's kind of the only way I can do it. So all you wannabe Bill Brockbraders out there that are going to get and make comments and try to stir up havoc, everybody knows you ain't me. And even though you want to be me, there's only one me. So I will leave everybody with that. I'm going to take a break and think about a way to kind of bring it all together and close it up. Okay, now we're to the point in the videos where I'm going to talk to people about how they can help. Now, I realize that in the video I've basically told everybody that we've had to do things this way because it's pretty much impossible for anybody to help because the powers that are going up against everybody are firmly in control and can smash any individual like a bug at any time they want to. And based on what they did to the Occupy movement, damn, sending cops after people. Side note, law enforcement officers throughout the nation, seriously, look at what you're doing to the citizens of the jurisdictions that you have sworn to serve and protect. These are Americans exercising their constitutional rights, and you are beating them, you are tear gassing them, and you are doing the most awful things. Seriously, who the hell are you people? This is subhuman behavior that is exactly what you were hired to do. And you need to decide if the people that you're beating on are indeed U.S. citizens that pay your paycheck or not. Because really, all anybody's trying to do is get their point across. And in America, that's what we're allowed to do. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell me that killing somebody or beating somebody or tear gassing somebody is your job. I don't think so. But with that being said, there are some things that people can do to help us. And that is for sure. The first one is how you use the internet. There's a software package out there called Tor, T-O-R. And Tor is a program that uses onion routing. And onion routing just basically IP address hops through a bunch of different servers so that it can't be easily determined who is making the requests. Because they have to go back through all these Tor servers that are very secure because they're about security people. And it helps to making it so that the government can't spy on your internet. There's some things you can, that bypass that, but for the most part, people downloading the software and using it makes finding a needle in a haystack, makes the haystack bigger and harder for the people like us that are out there raising some serious havoc with the U.S. corporate world. Makes us less vulnerable. The second thing that you can do is email encryption. This is more complicated, I'm telling you the truth, but you need to do your research, talk to people out there that know about good encrypted email services, and the key to understanding a good one from a bad one is any service that asks for a public key and a private key is what you're looking for. That's the encryption that you're looking for. The public key is the one you give out, preferably offline, through a landline to landline phone call or U.S. Postal Service. And that key encrypts the email. The private key is the one that you keep safe, and it is the one that decrypts the email. Again, this makes it so that the NSA can't brute force decrypt every encrypted email all the time, because half the emails that they're decrypting are, grandma's apple pie recipe or, normal everyday email to a friend. But again, needle in a haystack, much bigger haystack. The third thing that people can do is learn about the dark web. Now, it sounds scary and ooh, but all it is like the not searchable portion of the internet. And there's actually, some pretty cool things to it that if you do your research and figure it out and get out there on IRC and talk to people and, tell them what you're doing and why you're doing it. And, get out there on IRC, learn, and, use that part of the internet, because again, anybody that uses the dark internet is, being tracked and monitored and blah, 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 blah. We need normal people, non-hackers, non-cyber professionals out there to overwhelm the capacity of the system to monitor everybody all the time. It's very, very simple. There is one more thing that everybody can do to help, and this is well within everybody's ability to do something about, because this is really easy. 2016, we're going to have a presidential election, and there's a candidate out there that, though this candidate has not announced candidacy, this candidate is bulletproof. This candidate is impeachable. There's no skeletons in the closet. And moreover, this candidate would be the cabal's freaking worst nightmare. And obviously, the lying pedophile cannot endorse any presidential candidate because that would be used against the presidential candidate. But I can say for sure that if this presidential candidate announces that this candidate is going to run for the presidency, this candidate will become the next president. The only thing preventing it is the cabal keeping the announcement from happening. And I will tell you right now, there is a huge movement to enlist the support of this candidate, because a large number of people are out there seeing what this candidate has done as a senator, and before this candidate was a senator, what this candidate did for the little guy, and is doing everything in their power to get this candidate to run for presidency. Now, I will disclose that the reason that we're so excited about it is because if this person becomes president, we can get everything done in a 4-year term. I think this candidate would be surprisingly shocked at the kind of support that she was able to get from the Senate and the House. I think that this candidate would be very impressed about how well everybody seemed to get together and work to complete the financial reform agenda that this candidate really, really, really wanted to do in the first place. And I think that this candidate would even be fairly impressed to know that she's got a lot of help from her constituency. And having somebody that can't be corrupted in the office of the presidency is, bar none, the biggest thing that could help us get our job done and maybe even get back to our lives and our families in our lifetime. So yeah, we pretty much need that one. 4-year term, just one. Don't even have to try. Just run, president, 4 years, done. You can retire, write your memoirs. You'll have everything you need. That's it.